since you mentioned that the company took out time over the last year to evolve and imbibe all the positive aspects that came out from this pandemic, what were the positive and negative trends that you observed while going through the last year?
See, last year, first phase was nobody was ready for the situation which came suddenly.
Right.
Okay. So first phase, you can call it a panic stage. Everybody was in panic. Nobody was ready for what is happening, both
Right.
the top and the bottom. Okay. Then there was a total disturbance in the rhythm of the whole industry. The people started moving out. So it was more of a instability started, total system. So that instability created a thought in the mind of the management to relook into their structures. Because it is more of a reliability factor. Oh, can I believe that this man or this source is going to stay with me or not? If not, what am I going to do? So that created, so like we say, this kind of situation, we become more inventful. We try to be more creative. We start relooking at ourselves, our own system. So the next phase was more of a self-introspection and procrastination stage happened in the whole industry circle. Even started looking both the pocket and the livelihood, how I am going to survive. So it was becoming the survival instinct, and where they went for cost austerity measures. Then they thought, okay, there were a time where we thought now Corona gone, we are bouncing back. Again, Corona came, we went back. So there was a stage of total uncertainty. So all went on wait and watch situation. Correct? So all went on wait and watch situation. After that, they started slowly realigning themselves. Okay, this is going to be our life. Now, how we are going to review. So it had a good effect in a sense that you cleaned up your system. System means, I don't say the whole, that you first cleaned up yourself, your management process, your process integration, etc. Then cleaned up the resource which are right fit, which are non-performers. So these are the positive flip. But sudden panic show, you did so many things which was not required, but which created real disturbance was the issue of negative factor.
Also, have you seen a shift towards gig economy? With people leaving the organization and then being asked to come back only if the need arises and not maybe from a long-term perspective.
See, these are all, I know happening, but these are all short-term method. I always say short-term gain and long-term disaster business.
Right.
You cannot create a resource as with the intention that, like I will use the word called need-based. Then the output will not be of the 100%. He will come and sit in your office and in our any office and start thinking about next. So obviously, if you really see the hygiene factor, the productivity factor, performance factor, attitude factor,
that will take a hit.
It takes a big hit. You are just managing the show. You are not writing a success story. You are just managing a show.
Right. Absolutely. Going beyond your traditional staffing and training solutions, you've mentioned about case scenarios where you actually turned around the automotive operations at quite a few companies. Give us an insight into one.
See, when I started after leaving Hyundai, I started my business. The initial was what I said, I wanted to give back to society. Then I found that certain model has to be redesigned and redefined to the industries. So the one which I proposed was a job contract model. Other was contract manufacturing model, which normally nobody does, very rare people. In foreign, abroad, that's called the outsourcing model, we call it. Outsourcing it's a product productivity. So I realigned my value chain about my company We said we will only focus on cost, quality, and productivity and performance. Okay.
Right.
For all the three: people, process, and productivity. So I first took the quality, the product quality inspection in the automobile industry in a large way, where, as a legacy in all the industry, they pass out the product because they want, the market demands that quality gets slightly compromised, which is not spoken outside. Nobody will speak. Then I said third party inspection becomes a in thing today.
Right.
So I started in one of the commercial vehicle industry in a big way. And today we wrote a real success story over there.
Right.
Then, same thing in job contract manufacturing. Let me also give you example we did for Ashok Leyland. Okay. Then in Tata Marco Polo, we took the production line, they're building shells, the bus shells. You see the Marco Polo buses shell. So we started trying to see that with the same manpower, how we improve the productivity. I can proudly say that we improved the productivity more than 40 to 50% by retraining, by doing 5 years other professional approach. So we took that on a product-based payment, not a headcount payment. I didn't go for contract manpower. I did contract on the output. So contract manufacturing or the job contract model of quality like this, I started doing for many industries now. They also very happy because we are trying to take care of their pain area.
Right.
Because these are the area where one is you have the right resource, right mindset, and create the proper professional integration of the process. So we started working on it, and that has given result. And last few years, we have been writing a success story. Many of these industry, whether it's a contract manufacturing, we are also getting involved on a contract manufacturing in shipbuilding, in L&T, like that. So we are getting involved in that. Like that in many industry we have gone into food industry, we are in automobile, we have gone in different industries. So all this industry, I thought first to do a test run on our capability. We have to establish our credibility before jumping into anything. So we luckily everywhere we did a test run and we got through the success story. So now we are replicating our model. So here, the engineers who are maybe from a C colleges, I don't want to call it grade, doesn't look nice. The people who are from general colleges, engineers, I took them and put them in these jobs, and they are creating histories for me. And I can proudly say that I have around 11,000 people in my company of these natures who have been given opportunity to work and prove their mettle. And I found them to be much better than the fellows who are very academically strong, because they are street smart. They try to understand things faster. So we have never bothered to look at the critical mass which is on the system, just left out. Because they have not been given opportunity by the system.
So have you come across candidates coming up through the vocational study streams being more hands-on when it comes to being job prepared compared to students who are more academically prepared through the conventional degree courses, if they are the way they're called?
See, I personally feel that even the degree course who have studied, they have to go through the on-the-job training model to understand.
I
can give you an example. If you appoint a technical supervisor and below is the workers, unless you understand the workers, what they have, you can't control them, because workers of longer years of experience, they feel they are training that fellow. So the question of discipline, question of understanding, question of
more hands-on experience.
So they give more better suggestions than this person is in the top. So he finds it to be a sandwich between the top and the bottom, I am trying to build up that we put them on the shop floor first, even if he is an engineer.
Hmm.
And I even tell them, like in Hyundai, we had introduced another place. I tell them we had called my machine concept. If all the managers, we pick up one machine, we clean that machine one day, we run the machine along with the operator, stay there 8 hours.
Okay.
So then only you understand what are the issues in that place.
Right.
So there's a hands-on experience is important for everyone, including I say to a managing director also.
Right. Right. We've come to the last leg of questions, but I can't resist but ask you this one question. Your stint with Hyundai Motors as the vice president also had this one saying where you brought in the Hyundai plus India, that the Hyundai Indian culture with a lot of global companies looking to localize in India. I feel that holds a lot of relevance. So a little on that, what did it take for a global company to localize in India and click in a market like India?
See, I call it a single unified culture concept.
Right.
See, there are two aspects. First, I told my people, that means the Indians, that see, they have come with the technology and the money. They are giving you job opportunity. So you cannot create unnecessary issues that Koreans are arrogant, Koreans are this, that. Okay, they are that, what they are. You can't. Even in Indians, we have a different state has a different behavior pattern. Correct?
Right. Plus and minuses on both sides. Yes.
Yeah. Then I told Korean, you cannot try to convert Indians to Korean. You got my point?
Yes.
You cannot convert Indians to Korean, nor the Korean can convert into Indian. So I said there should be synergy of two culture. How we did was that I first make them to understand what are their body languages, expressions, etc. The Koreans and Japanese have their different body languages. So maybe you may not like it, you may, so you should know that is their behavior style. Then I explained our style. Then I thought this was going on, this orientation to both of them. But I find we have to create a brand. So I created a brand, Hyundai plus Indian, Hyundaian. Then there is an actual synergy. Then today, Koreans speak Tamil. If you really meet them, they will speak Tamil. My fellows, now I say my fellow because I've been for long there from the day.
Yes, your stint was long. Yes.
So the boys understands Korean. Now they work together without any problem. Other issues, personality issue, ego issue are different factors. I'm talking about creating a right culture, right environment. I always advocate every industry should have its own culture driven. See, we only talk of Toyota culture, we talk of Hyundai culture or Korean culture, we talk of US culture. Where is Indian culture in the industry? That's why I honestly tell, I put my company's name as an Indian name, Layam. I could have put a very, very westernized name. No.
Yes.
I am Lay. Lay is the rhythm. Plus Om. Om is the ultimate answer. So a rhythmic way of attaining the solution to any problem. So I created that. Many people ask me why this, you could have kept many Western names, people will get attracted. I said, no. See, we are the people who are creating everything. So we should have our own brand image everywhere, Indian. Now only the Prime Minister is talking Atmanirbharta and all things are coming. But I feel that each one of us create the right culture. I think
it's not just localization of components, but say in the auto components parlance, but localization of cultures, as you put it, and something that new entrants need to look at very deeply.
In a flip side, I used to tell these Koreans, Japanese, actually globalization has happened to you, not to us. We have not left our country. You have come to our country and trying to create and establish yourself.
Right.
We have got globalized. We are in our own country, So people used to laugh at me. I said, yeah. So we have given them a space. We have given them the acceptability for them to come and walk in.
Right.
They call it their multinational. So either you embrace them and make best use of it with regard to a technology, advancement, understanding technology, and the process, etc.
Right, right. What do you see about the government intervention over the last year? You mentioned Atmanirbhar Bharat. There is also Skill India. There is also the whole impetus on Make in India. For the job sector in this space, how do you rate the government intervention over the last year?
See, it has been good. The most important, there is a wave has come. Thought process has come. People have started thinking, breathing about this factor. You know, it will take its own time. But I think that psyche has come inside in the system. So I'm very sure this is going to be successful in its own way. Now, as just now I said, that we are the people we can do. So we can take help of things. Atmanirbharta is very important. And this Atmanirbharta doesn't mean that made in India concept, each one of us should be a partner to it, no? Like you are talking in pandemic, one industry struggles what to think. They should think about how they can become self-sufficient instead of getting into a panic mode. So each one of us start thinking. It's a good concept, very positive concept driven. But again, I always use this model. We are, I think, still not mature to understand all these sudden change in concept. We get very enamored with the Western style. We get very fascinated with all this glamour. We have to relook at ourselves. I think we can do, I feel.
Right. My final question to you, to sum it up all, how do you wish to persuade an employer and an employee to strategize for the long term and not really get ruffled with disruptions in the short term?
See, first, this word employer, employee, when we talk this, there is already a distinction, no?
Right. You have to bring them both at the same level. Yes.
Correct. So you have recoined nowadays team. When we say team, each are same.
Absolutely.
So the word mutual respect, mutual appreciation, mutual understanding is very important today. If it doesn't happen, it will become a philosophy and talk. You know, we can talk in the interview. But in real sense, I really feel that both the employee, whatever called, employer is only bringing the finance and the concept. The employee turns around and writes a success story. So they are absolutely a same wheel. So they cannot go bad. It's an old theory only, what I am talking. But I feel that we cannot create too much of distinction now because the younger generation's thought process has changed. They are not ready to those conventional style of working, you know. They feel that we are equal. For everything, they want equality. So I feel that as it goes, the team has to work. It should become a togetherness, you know. Together we achieve model has to work. Be a separate factor.
Right. On that note, I think that's the best thing that we could hear for today. Thank you so much for sparing the time, and thank you for being so upfront.
I hope I was able to convey my thoughts and it was relevant to you all. Okay.
Yes,
thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great rest of the day. We will connect very soon.
Stay safe. Thank you so much.
Thank you.